Recently, one of our members approached Richard Blust, who at that time was superintendent of parks for the Park District, proposed that the Garden Guild and the Park District have a relationship and establish the butterfly garden in Dwyer Park. There were 4 of us Garden Guild members who designed the garden and then submitted our plant list to the Park District, and we planted the garden in spring of 1998.
Right now, we have 110 members. The maintenance is key. Being in it to, weed, of course. I like to be in there a few times a week just to make things pristine. But every other week we have volunteers that sign up, and it's a requirement that they help out in the garden on every other Wednesday, twice in the summer. And it's actually wonderful because we didn't have that before, and people are learning. I can say, okay, you're on deadheading the phlox today. Or they say, well, I don't know what to do. And you teach them something perhaps, and they come away feeling like it's their garden too. It's not just something that is maintained by me, it's by all of us. It's all of our garden and the club, and I think that's what's really important.
Established to provide researchers with a visual documentation of historic and neighborhood gardens. So the Garden Club of America works with the Smithsonian by documenting gardens within each club, and it's important that these gardens are in a safe place, so that's what the archives are. For perpetuity, they will never be lost, and that's important for researchers.
It was thrilling. So it's been a great part of the parks of Winnetka.
Butterflies are attracted to a particular, several shapes, but one of their shape of the flower itself is called an umbel or a composite. So plants like flowers like zinnias, echinacea, which is purple cone flower. So a flat top flower is their preference. However, they do like flowers that are tubular to get the nectar out. So penstemon is a very attractive flower to a butterfly.
The colors are important. They're purple, yellow, which are big, attractors. There are red. We've started to incorporate
host plants for the larva. You can't have a butterfly without a caterpillar and chrysalis and then the adult butterfly. Plants that attract the caterpillars are things like parsley, fennel, dill, and for the monarch, milkweed, because milkweed is the only plant that the monarch caterpillar feeds on. Gardening is our passion, specifically the butterfly garden, because we are concerned about the bee colony collapse, the endangerment of the monarch butterfly and other butterflies. So it's very important that the butterfly garden be maintained, be visible to the community, and that we're here to answer questions, to just keep people aware of the importance of establishing these pollinator habitats.
An extension of that is the community. Speaking of maintenance, but having them feel a part of the garden, because when we're in it, I've never been in it once that someone hasn't come by, either driven, walked, some people even roll their window down, beautiful, or on the bike, thank you, or standing there with a grandchild and explaining the different flowers. So it's the community's garden. Continued commitment on the part of the Garden Guild, which there always will be. And we'd love for the community, again, to be a part of it and enjoy it and learn from it. And it will be there as in perpetuity.
In Winnetka, we're so fortunate to have all these wonderful parks. I mean, when I think of how much effort it takes for the park district to maintain, it's astounding. And they're all well used, they're well maintained, and so we, Garden Guild, is so fortunate to be part of one of those many, many parks in our town. We're a lucky community to have the park district and the parks.